When you wake up in the morning, your body has already been fasting for 7, 8, sometimes even 10 hours. And during that time, your muscles, especially the ones in your legs, are quietly breaking down. This is part of a natural process, but after the age of 60 it accelerates. Scientists call it sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, but you don't feel it immediately. It doesn't announce itself loudly. It begins subtly. Walking feels a little slower. Climbing stairs requires just a little more effort. And suddenly the legs that once carried you effortlessly start to feel weaker. And because your legs hold the largest muscles in your body, the thighs, the calves, the glutes, their decline is one of the earliest warning signs of losing independence. But here's the good news. The very first meal of the day has the power to slow, even stop this muscle loss. What you choose to put in your body each morning can set the stage for strength or for weakness. And today, I want to share with you a food backed by science that when eaten in the morning helps protect your legs from muscle decline and keeps you stronger for longer. That food is eggs, nature's perfectly packaged protein. Now I know what you might be thinking. Eggs are simple, ordinary, maybe even old-fashioned. But don't mistake simplicity for weakness. Inside a single egg is a concentrated powerhouse of nutrients that are tailor-made for seniors who want to protect their muscles. Eggs contain high-quality, complete protein, meaning they carry all the essential amino acids your muscles need to repair and grow. One amino acid in particular, leucine, is crucial because it switches on the process of muscle building inside your body, like flipping a light switch. And eggs are one of the richest natural sources of leucine you can eat. What makes this especially powerful for seniors is timing. When you eat eggs in the morning, after your overnight fast, you deliver those amino acids right when your muscles are most hungry for repair. Instead of continuing to break down, your muscles get the building blocks they need to grow stronger. Think of it as giving your legs a protective shield at the exact moment they are most vulnerable. But it doesn't stop there. Eggs also contain vitamin D, which plays a key role in muscle strength and balance. Low vitamin D is linked to falls and fractures in older adults. They provide choline, a nutrient that supports nerve signaling so that your brain and muscles can stay in sync, crucial for avoiding stumbles and missteps. And they deliver antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which not only protect your eyes, but also reduce inflammation that can weaken your legs over time. Now let me paint a picture. Imagine two people over 70, starting their mornings differently. One eats a slice of toast with jam. It's quick, it's easy, but it's almost entirely sugar. The muscles stay hungry and the slow decline continues. The other person starts the morning with 2 scrambled eggs, maybe cooked with a drizzle of olive oil, alongside a few slices of tomato or avocado. Those muscles, especially in the legs, immediately get fed with high-quality protein, leucine and vitamin D. Instead of shrinking, they start rebuilding. One choice fuels weakness, the other fuels strength. And this is not just theory. Researchers have found that seniors who eat higher protein breakfasts, especially with eggs, maintain more muscle mass, walk faster, and have fewer falls than those who skip protein in the morning. This small daily choice has lifelong consequences. Now, some people worry about cholesterol in eggs, but here's what science shows. For most healthy seniors, eating 1 or 2 eggs a day does not raise harmful cholesterol levels. In fact, eggs can improve good cholesterol, support eye health, and strengthen your immune system. The key is consistency. Protecting your legs is not about one heroic meal. It's about choosing the right food every single morning, so over weeks and months, your muscles stay nourished, strong, and capable. That is how you stop the silent creep of sarcopenia. That is how you protect the independence to walk, climb, dance, and live life fully. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for something sweet and empty, remember this. Your legs are counting on you. Put strength on your plate. Crack an egg. Scramble it, boil it, or make an omelette filled with vegetables. It may seem small, but it is one of the most powerful things you can do to stop muscle loss in your legs and keep moving forward with strength, dignity, and confidence. Because in the end, longevity isn't just about living longer. It's about living stronger. And that begins each morning with the simple act of choosing food that loves your body back. Think for a moment about how much your legs really do for you. They are not just muscles and bones, they are your foundation. They hold you up when you rise from a chair, they carry you down the street, they steady you when you stumble, and they give you freedom to go wherever your heart wants to go. Without strong legs, independence slowly slips away. And here's the truth. The decline doesn't come all at once. It sneaks in quietly. First, you notice it's harder to get out of bed. Then you avoid stairs because they seem just a little too tiring. And then one day you realize you're relying on someone else's arm to help you stand. But that future is not written in stone. Science now shows us that by making small daily choices, you can change the trajectory of your strength. You can build resilience in your legs even after 60, even after 70, even after 80. And it starts not in the gym, not with weights, but in the kitchen, with what you choose to eat when the day begins. Eggs may sound simple, but when you understand their biology, they become extraordinary. Inside that smooth shell lies a perfectly balanced ratio of protein and fat, designed by nature to sustain new life. That same design also sustains aging muscles. The protein inside eggs is considered the gold standard, so complete, so efficiently used by your body, that scientists actually measure other proteins against it. And one nutrient inside eggs is especially powerful for leg strength: leucine. Leucine is like the ignition key to muscle growth. Without it, your body cannot switch on the machinery that builds and repairs muscle fibers. Think of leucine as the spark that lights the fire of strength. And here's the beauty. Every egg you eat delivers about half a gram of leucine. 2 eggs in the morning, that's enough to signal your body to start rebuilding muscle immediately after you wake. But eggs don't work alone. They carry companions that make their impact even greater. Vitamin D inside the yolk strengthens not just your bones, but the muscle fibers themselves. Choline ensures your brain and muscles keep communicating, so your legs move when you want them to, without hesitation. And antioxidants like lutein, often forgotten, act like shields, reducing oxidative stress that silently erodes your strength with each passing year. Let me tell you about a man I met. Let's call him Mr. Thompson. He was 72, a retired teacher, and he loved gardening. But over time his legs began to betray him. He could no longer kneel in his garden for more than a few minutes. His doctor told him, "That's just aging." But he refused to accept that answer. He began to change his mornings. Every day he started with 2 boiled eggs, a slice of whole grain bread, and a handful of spinach. Slowly, his strength began to return. Within 3 months, he noticed he could squat down to plant his flowers again. Within 6 months, he was walking faster than he had in years. His garden came back to life, and so did he. That is the power of small daily choices. Now let us compare this to what so many seniors still eat in the morning. A plain piece of toast, a cup of tea, maybe some biscuits. It feels light, but it's also empty. There's no protein, no leucine, no vitamin D, no defense against sarcopenia. Day after day, that choice leaves the muscles starved, and the legs become weaker. You see, it's not about age alone. It's about nourishment. Age doesn't automatically make you weak. Undernourishment does. Hand eggs aren't the only food that can amplify your morning strength. Pair them with vegetables like spinach or tomatoes, and you'll add more antioxidants to protect your muscle tissue. Add a side of avocado, and you bring in healthy fats that support hormone balance, another key factor in muscle preservation. Or add a sprinkle of cheese, which delivers extra calcium and protein. Each small addition creates a ripple effect, building a breakfast that doesn't just fill your stomach, but actively fights muscle loss. Science tells us that muscle is not just about movement, it's also about metabolism. Strong muscles keep your blood sugar steady, protect you from diabetes, regulate blood pressure, and even keep your brain sharper by sending signals that improve circulation and memory. So when you eat protein at breakfast, you are not just feeding your legs, you are feeding your entire future health. Now imagine what your mornings could look like if you made this change. Instead of starting with something quick and sugary, you start with something purposeful. You crack 2 eggs into a pan, add a drizzle of olive oil, toss in chopped peppers, onions, maybe a sprinkle of herbs. In 10 minutes, you have a colorful, nourishing plate. And while you enjoy that meal, your body is already beginning the process of muscle repair. You walk out the door with energy. You feel more stable on your feet. And over time, you notice that climbing stairs doesn't feel like a struggle anymore. You notice you can carry groceries more easily. You notice you don't need to grab the railing as often. Those small wins add up to independence, dignity, and freedom. And that truly is the gift of starting your day with the right food. When scientists study aging populations around the world, one thing stands out. Those who keep their muscles strong live not just longer, but better. In places like Okinawa, Japan, or Sardinia, Italy, where some of the longest living people reside, their mornings almost always start with protein-rich, nutrient-dense foods. They don't skip breakfast, and they don't rely on empty calories. They know, sometimes without even knowing the science, that what they put on their plate each morning shapes their strength for the rest of the day. Let's look more closely at what happens in your body overnight. While you sleep, your muscles enter a fasting state. They are not receiving protein, they are not being fueled, and they naturally begin to break down. This process is normal, but after 60, your body doesn't rebuild those muscles as easily unless you provide the right nutrition first thing in the morning. That's why breakfast is not just a meal, it's an opportunity, a chance to flip the switch from breakdown to rebuilding. And here's where the science gets fascinating. Researchers have discovered something called the muscle full effect. It means that your muscles only respond to protein in certain doses. If you eat too little protein, say just a slice of toast or half a cup of cereal, your muscles done it to get the signal to grow. But if you eat around 20-30 grams of high-quality protein in the morning, suddenly the muscle-building machinery turns on. This is exactly why eggs are so powerful. Just 2 or 3 can provide the right trigger. And when paired with other foods, you reach that sweet spot where your muscles actually respond. Now, many seniors ask me, "But doctor, I've been eating eggs my whole life. What makes them different now that I'm older?" The answer lies in muscle resistance. After 60, your muscles become less sensitive to protein. This means you actually need more protein than you did when you were younger, not less. Unfortunately, so many older adults do the opposite. They eat less, they avoid protein, and as a result, they lose strength faster. The good news is that by deliberately choosing protein-rich foods in the morning, you can overcome that resistance. You can wake up your muscles and tell them, grow, repair, stay strong. Let's bring this back to the legs. Why the legs? Because they are the first place where weakness shows. The quadriceps, the hamstrings, the calves, these muscles are your pillars. They carry the heaviest load of your body. And because of that, they are also the first to shrink when protein is lacking. When your legs weaken, your independence weakens. Falls increase, recovery slows, hospital visits rise. But the reverse is also true. When your legs stay strong, your independence thrives. Your balance improves, your bones stay safer, and you stay mobile, which is the single greatest predictor of longevity. Now let's make this practical. You might be wondering, how exactly should I eat in the morning to protect my legs? Let me give you 3 simple examples. First, the classic scrambled eggs with spinach and a slice of whole grain toast. The eggs provide leucine and high-quality protein. The spinach delivers magnesium and iron for muscle function. The whole grain provides steady energy to fuel your activity. Second, a Mediterranean-inspired breakfast. An omelette with tomatoes, onions, and a sprinkle of feta cheese. The feta adds calcium and extra protein, while the tomatoes and onions bring antioxidants that reduce inflammation, which often makes joints stiff and legs feel heavy. Third, for those who prefer something quick, a hard-boiled egg or 2 alongside a small bowl of Greek yogurt with berries. In just minutes, you've given your body protein, probiotics, and antioxidants, a combination that fuels muscle repair, supports digestion, and protects your eyes and brain. You see, this isn't about fancy supplements or expensive powders. It's about everyday foods, simple choices, repeated consistently. And science tells us that consistency is the magic. 1 egg on 1 day will not transform your legs, but 2 eggs every morning for months, that can change the arc of your aging. Let me tell you another story. A woman named Maria, 68 years old, once came to a seminar I gave on healthy aging. She was always tired, always complaining of weak legs. She loved her morning tea and biscuits, but rarely ate protein. I challenged her to change just one thing. Add 2 eggs to her morning. Nothing else, no diets, no drastic changes, no. 6 months later, she came back. Her eyes lit up as she told me, "Doctor, I can walk with my granddaughter to school now. I can climb the stairs to my apartment without stopping." Her transformation began with one simple, consistent choice at breakfast. Now imagine what's possible for you. Now let's talk about the power of pairing foods together. Eggs may be the foundation, but when you combine them with the right companions, you create a synergy, a team of nutrients working together, amplifying their effects on your muscles. Think of it like an orchestra. The eggs are the conductor, but the vegetables, healthy fats, and grains are the instruments. Alone, each makes a sound. Together, they create music that transforms your health. One of the best companions for eggs in the morning is oats. Not the sugary instant kind, but steel-cut or rolled oats. Oats contain beta-glucan, a fiber that stabilizes blood sugar and keeps energy steady. Why does this matter for your muscles? Because when blood sugar swings wildly, inflammation rises and inflammation eats away at your strength. Pairing protein from eggs with the slow-burning energy of oats provides your legs with both immediate repair and long-lasting fuel. A simple meal of an egg and vegetable omelette with a small bowl of oatmeal on the side gives you the best of both worlds. Another powerful pairing, avocados. This fruit is rich in potassium, magnesium, and healthy monounsaturated fats. These nutrients keep your muscles firing smoothly, your nerves communicating clearly, and your joints lubricated. Slice an avocado alongside scrambled eggs, and you're not just eating breakfast. You're nourishing your legs for balance and power. And let's not forget berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. These tiny fruits are packed with anthocyanins, antioxidants that specifically target oxidative stress in muscles. As we age, free radicals increase in our bodies, damaging tissues, slowing repair, and sapping energy. Antioxidants are your shield. When you eat berries with protein, you protect your muscles during the rebuilding process. Picture this: a Greek yogurt parfait with a hard-boiled egg on the side, layered with blueberries and a sprinkle of nuts. In 10 minutes, you've created a muscle-protecting, brain-boosting breakfast. Now, let's go even deeper into the science of eggs themselves. Beyond protein, eggs are one of the richest sources of lutein and zeaxanthin, carotenoids that don't just protect your eyes, they also reduce muscle fatigue. These compounds lower oxidative stress in the mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside each muscle cell. When mitochondria are healthier, your legs generate more energy, recover faster, and endure longer walks or climbs without that heavy, tired feeling. And then there's choline. Many seniors are deficient in this nutrient, and yet it's critical for muscle coordination. Without enough choline, the signals between your brain and your legs slow down, leading to hesitancy in steps, imbalance, or even small stumbles. One egg yolk alone provides nearly 30% of your daily choline needs. So each bite of that golden yolk is actually a message traveling from your brain to your legs saying, "Move with strength, move with confidence." Now, let me take you into a story that shows the power of small daily habits. There's a gentleman I'll call Harold, 75 years old, who had recently retired. His biggest joy was walking to the park every morning to feed the birds. But one winter, after skipping breakfasts for months, he found himself unable to make it up the small hill near his home. His legs felt weak, shaky, almost foreign. His doctor told him it was just aging, but Harold wasn't ready to give up. He began eating a simple breakfast each day: 2 poached eggs, half an avocado, and a slice of whole-grain bread. At first, nothing dramatic happened, but after 2 weeks he noticed he could walk further. After 2 months, the hill no longer scared him, and after 6 months, he wasn't just walking to the park. He was joining his grandson for short hikes. One small change, one meal, gave him back not just his legs but his joy. This is what food can do when you choose with intention. Now you might be wondering, is it really this simple? Can eating the right breakfast truly stop muscle loss? The answer from science is yes. Numerous studies have confirmed that seniors who eat a protein-rich breakfast with at least 25–30 grams of protein preserve their muscle mass far better than those who don tea. And when that protein is combined with nutrients like vitamin D, magnesium, and antioxidants, the results are even stronger. Here's another powerful tip. Timing matters. When you eat protein in the morning, you not only repair overnight muscle loss, but you also set the tone for your entire day. Your metabolism revs up, your energy stabilizes, and your muscles are primed to respond better to any movement you do, whether it is walking, gardening, or even climbing stairs. Breakfast becomes a multiplier for everything that follows. Think of it like watering a plant. If you water it first thing in the morning, the roots soak it up and grow stronger throughout the day. But if you skip it, the soil dries, the plant wilts, and recovery is harder. Your muscles are no different. Feed them early, and they'll carry you stronger through the day. And here's something even more inspiring. When seniors start eating this way, they often don't just regain strength in their legs. They regain confidence in life, because strength isn't just about muscles. It's about dignity. It's about being able to walk without fear of falling. It is about being able to play with grandchildren on the floor and then stand back up without help. It's about climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or taking a walk hand in hand with your spouse without hesitation. Food is not just fuel, it is freedom. Now let us take a closer look at what happens when muscle loss in the legs is actually reversed, and why morning nutrition plays the starring role. When the first meal of the day includes the right nutrients, you're essentially giving your muscles a morning handshake, telling them, wake up, repair, grow stronger. This is especially important for the legs because they carry your body weight, balance your posture, and provide mobility. Unlike the arms, which can lose strength without stopping you from moving around, weakened legs can quickly translate into falls, fractures, and loss of independence. Researchers studying older adults discovered that those who consume high-quality protein at breakfast experience less muscle wasting compared to those who save their protein for later in the day. The reason is timing. Muscles, like any living tissue, follow circadian rhythms. They respond differently in the morning compared to the evening. By fueling them early, you take advantage of their readiness to absorb and use amino acids, the building blocks of protein. In practical terms, this means that breakfast becomes the single most powerful opportunity of the day to fight muscle decline. Imagine someone starting the morning with only toast and tea. It fills the stomach, but it doesn't signal the muscles to repair. Over time, that person may wonder why climbing stairs feels harder, or why standing up from a chair takes effort. Now imagine another person beginning their day with Greek yogurt topped with chia seeds, a handful of walnuts and fresh berries. That combination doesn't just taste better, it's medicine disguised as food. The yogurt delivers casein and whey protein, slowly feeding muscles throughout the day. The chia seeds contribute plant-based omega-3s and additional protein. The walnuts add magnesium and antioxidants. The berries round it off with polyphenols that reduce inflammation, helping muscles recover. One choice leads to weakness, the other to resilience. The legs in particular respond dramatically to protein combined with phytonutrients. That's why cultures around the world that prioritize protein-rich breakfasts tend to see healthier aging. In Japan, it's not uncommon for seniors to eat a morning meal that includes fish, miso, and vegetables. In Mediterranean regions, eggs paired with olive oil and vegetables form a staple breakfast. Both patterns are linked to longer life and stronger legs in advanced age. But it's not just protein. The muscles in your legs need circulation to thrive. That's why pairing your breakfast with foods that boost blood flow, such as citrus fruit, beets, or even a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, can further enhance muscle nourishment. Improved circulation means nutrients reach your leg muscles more efficiently, keeping them firm, toned, and ready to carry you through the day. The takeaway is clear. The first meal of your day sets the tone for how your muscles will behave. If you choose nutrient-dense, protein-rich foods, you protect your legs from weakness. If you skip or skimp, you miss a critical window of protection. This doesn't require expensive supplements or complicated recipes. It's as simple as building a plate that includes a high-quality protein, a source of healthy fat, and something colorful from nature. So now you know the truth. Your legs don't have to weaken, your mobility doesn't have to fade, and sarcopenia doesn't have to define your life. Every morning presents a choice, a chance to protect, repair, and strengthen the muscles that carry you through every step, every climb, every moment of your day. Start simple. Crack 2 eggs, add a handful of vegetables, maybe a slice of whole grain bread or avocado. Make it colorful, make it nourishing, and make it consistent. Each morning you do this, your muscles receive a signal: grow, repair, stay strong. Each morning becomes an investment in your independence, your confidence, and your freedom to move without fear. Imagine 6 months from now, waking up, standing tall, climbing stairs, walking to the park, or playing with your grandchildren without hesitation. Imagine the pride of knowing your legs are strong, your body is resilient, and your choices are actively shaping your health. That vision is not a dream. It begins with the food you eat tomorrow morning, and the morning after that, and the day after that. This is your moment. Protect your legs, nourish your muscles, reclaim your strength. Because age is just a number, but the choices you make today will define your strength, your independence, and your life for years to come. Take that step. Start tomorrow morning and watch how your legs and your life transform.